post. What the fuck? I don't see that again.
Yo,
They did this last week
you
too.
better tune in tight.
There we
7
go.
p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow, pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Oh, well, there's Ken. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, I'm sorry. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, good. Well, afternoon. I can say that now. Ken is gone. He's on his cruise. He's not the host for another month. But welcome to Halas Hall Report. I'm the host today. We got Bear Fan Dan. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Mike, the producer, he's back, and I think he's back for good. How you doing, Mike? Yep.
Good.
That's it. All right. Bear down, Mike. How you doing?
I'm good.
And then Ken, I don't want to see no Alaskan glaciers over there. You're making me jealous. What's going on?
We did the glaciers yesterday. Today we're in Skagway. We're going to do a suspension bridge and invade Canada. Yes, we're marching into Canada today. So unfortunately, I don't know if you can see behind me there. You got the mountains. By the time I'm back from invading Canada, the Bears game should be over. Because right now it is 8:05 in the morning at my location.
Nice.
But just want to let you know there are Lions fans on my cruise ship, and they are all feeling very poorly, and they know they're going to lose today. So.
Okay. So they're not talking shit. They respect you, and they think they're going to lose today.
Yeah, they think they're going to lose today.
So yeah, we got rough loss last week, Ken. You weren't here. We wanted to ask your opinion before we get in today's game against Detroit. What were your thoughts last week besides mine that I wanted to punch a couple holes in my TV?
You know, last week's game, like there were some high points, there's some low points, obviously, and the offensive line needs to get it together. I mean, look, immense improvement over last year, you can already tell, but the slew of false start penalties really killed any and all momentum this team tried to pick up last week. And honestly, you know, look, we could put this game away early if it had not been for that. They made better adjustments at halftime than we did. There are still some things to work out, but overall, there was more positive than negative. Would have liked to see the outcome be better. but considering that this is game one, week one, with a new head coach, new system, a lot of new players against a team that's been basically the same, minus adding a plug and play quarterback.
Yep.
I'm not completely like, oh my God, the season's over, any of that stuff like Rob Haspel's was in the first quarter. Um, Vikings fans said, oh, our season's over in the first quarter. So, no, I wasn't happy, but there's a lot to build on. And now we get some more defensive pieces back. They've had another week to work on the offensive line.
Mhm.
It was only week one. I think things are going in the right direction.
So,
Maybe we do need a better kicker.
Oh yeah, we just signed Moody, so maybe he can kick over 50.
Yeah, and
so
out the end zone.
He's still going to miss, though.
Yeah, I bring this up because Ken brought it up too. We do have two returning defense. We got Jalen Johnson and TJ Edwards back today. The only one not playing is Kyler Gordon. Now, Mike, I don't think we talked to you, Bear Down Mike, about last week's game. I know there was, Jonah Jackson had a rough day. It is week one. It's his first year on Chicago. So it might have, people are saying, I want your opinion. People are saying that it could be Jonah Jackson's all of his fault, or with Caleb's cadences, that could have screwed him up too. What do you think?
Both can be true, right?
I'm telling, yeah, absolutely.
Both can be true. Maybe he's not getting the play out louder in the huddle. I think I said that during a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's in sync. That's the problem. 12 penalties for 126 yards. Damn near more yards than what J.J. McCarthy threw. So you got to get that down. Ben Johnson definitely showed his rookie head coach abilities. They told him upstairs not to challenge that, and he went with his gut and lost.
Yeah, and
that cost 40 seconds right there.
And that 4th and 2 that we fucked up as well. But believe it or not, it could have been a whole different game. Subtract the penalties and the overthrows. And this might be petty, but I'm going to come out and say it. That missed field goal was big, people. It was big.
Yep.
It could have changed some of that game, even though we lost by 3. But it could have changed. What do you think, Ken?
No, I mean, that was a big miss. Hopefully, by the time we get back to the boat, there's a happy return. I'm about to go across the suspension bridge and walk into Canada, guys. So bear down. Everyone have a great week. We're going to enjoy the rest of what Alaska has to offer. And we'll see you next week. I'll be back next Sunday.
All right, buddy. Be safe.
Be safe, everyone.
Yep.
Bear down.
Right.
So,
and you're correct.
Wasn't there a block field goal, too?
What's that?
No.
I thought there was a block field goal. So it was just a miss.
It was just a miss.
Okay, so the 4th and 2, he got cocky instead of just taking the points to put us up by 20-6. He decided to go for it, and we missed out.
Mike, I wanted to tell you this, though. It wasn't that he went for it on 4th and 2. It was the fucking play call. Now, with that screen pass, whatever it was, it reminded me of the Marty Booker days of the screen pass, negative 10 yards result. That was a bad play call on that 4th and 2. Mike, the Bear fan, do you think that's true? Or what do you think about that 4th and 2?
I didn't like the play call. I bashed Ben Johnson about doing it in Detroit. If it's 4th and inches or something, I could see him going for it. But when you're in scoring position to get guaranteed points for the most part, you take it. I know, Santos could have missed it, but it was definitely in his range. Yeah, he missed one, and then Ben Johnson got a little too greedy in my book. He should have went for the points, but he went for it. But, yeah, the play call,
what he should have done? He should have went and did the play that he did for Rome for the touchdown.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, Dan? I mean, we talked a little bit on Wednesday, but I thought about it more than when the week went on about last week's loss. I get a lot more pissed off. I wanted to put holes in the wall, but please calm me down. Do you think that was a bad play call on 4th and 2, or should we just kick the field goal? Or both?
I was looking and should have gone for take the points.
Mm-hmm.
Get the field goal. I mean,
Now, do you think that was lack of trust for Santos, or do you think Ben Johnson, like he was in Detroit, wants to go for it all if it's that short?
Maybe a mixture of both.
So I'm interested in seeing how when Ben Johnson gets back to Detroit today, on who's going to go more for it on fourth down. So,
in my opinion, the way we were moving the ball, I think Ben believed we could have got that first down.
So you thought he had trust in our offense. That's why he went for it.
The way we were moving the ball, yeah, I think he had trust.
What do you think, Mike Bear fan?
I think it was a little bit of the second, what you said, coming from Detroit. That's just kind of what he does. You know, he did it in Detroit, and he's doing that in Chicago. Like I said, I'm good with it with 4th and inches, but 4th and 2, 4th and 3, like that's a little ballsy. Yeah, we were going down the field, but we did good the first half. Second half, we just fell apart, especially the fourth quarter. Like we had no adjustments. Offense kind of shut down. If it wasn't for that pick 6, and not to mention, I give that guy Wright an A+ for covering JJ, third cornerback, and a pick 6. Like I got to give him all the credit in the world for the player of the game.
We're going to need more from Montez Sweat. I'm sorry to say, we need more from him.
You know, yeah, at 2, but Dio, I think he had a pretty good first game for Chicago last week. He was in a lot of plays. I was impressed. I thought he was going to be, like walking around with his head between his legs and stuff like that, not doing shit. But and then another thing is too, we can't have, because we said it on the show. If we know it, the coaches should know it. You know, Aaron Jones, he's a good receiver, wide receiver. You can't have Noah Sewell covering him down the field. Can't do it. Cannot do it at all. So we fucked up on that play as well. But enough about last week's game. It was a heartbreaker. We need to win those games, though, because we have the hardest schedule in the league. So we can't have these games slip away because of that. So this week, we're in Detroit. Detroit played like shit last week at Green Bay. It was the first time Green Bay beat Detroit in Green Bay in the last 3 years. I think Detroit's pissed off. They're playing at home. The fans said they're going to boo Ben Johnson and his kids when he gets to the stadium. Just boo the shit out of him. I was like, holy shit. Are you guys thinking like me that Detroit's really pissed off that they're going to come out with us with a vengeance? Dan, what do you think?
Got
somewhat. I mean, yeah, they're going to want to beat the crap out of their old OC and that, but whoever, we got a couple of their other guys on the assistant coaches. They have to
right. And
yeah, they're going to want. I mean, they only scored one garbage time last week. They only scored that one touchdown at the end of the game with that Tesla guy.
Oh God, was that a fucking catch? My God. But Dan has the injury report, I hope, or I can squeeze that out. I just got news that Taylor Decker is not playing for Detroit. That is big on their line because their lines are, scrambling around as it is. Lost a lot of players, so that's what I heard. I just saw that Taylor Decker. I just got to confirm it. I heard he's not playing. So, bear down, Mike. We're playing Detroit. I think they have a better 1-2 punch with their running backs. Our rush defense kind of fucked up last week. What do you think has to work there to stop them totally? Or what's your over and under on Gibbs's rushing today? What do you think?
I'm thinking he's going to go under. We got Bill there. Is Grady Jarrett playing today or no?
I don't. Let me get the injury report up.
He is active.
He's active? He's going to go under.
He's going to go under.
I think they're going to be on that. Yeah. With because they're left. What's his name? That's out for Detroit. Offensive lineman, the tackle, right?
Decker,
yeah. I think Dale's going to have a field day with that statue.
Bear down, or Mike Bear fan. What do you think we got to do today with this rush defense? Besides stop the run, because we all know that's true. We got to do that.
Well, of course, stop the run. We didn't do too bad last week against the run. It was only 120 yards they got on us total. Wasn't big, but, it wasn't a little. So definitely got to stop the run for sure and show pressure. We got to get to the quarterback. We got to get the golf for sure.
Yep.
And especially with a weak line, you show pressure early, and they just better play 2 halves of ball. That's all I gotta say. Not just
All right,
one
go
half,
ahead.
2 halves.
Go ahead, Dan. You got the injury report?
Yeah. Inactive for us today is Kyler, Jihadi, Ozzy, Camilo, Case Keenum, Kieran. I can't pronounce
Yeah,
it.
just say Quran. That's all you need to say. We know who it is.
And Shamar Turner.
Yeah.
That's great.
The Lions inactives are Thomas Harper, Vaki, running back, Trevor Nowatzki, Tyler Lacey, Chris Smith, and Tyrus Wheat.
So Decker's not on that?
Well, it says here in their Friday report that they've listed both as questionable, but it says both are active. Him and Kirby Joseph are active today.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, but Decker just came out this morning.
Oh, came out this morning. So he is out today?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So that weakens our offensive line.
He is active.
Huh.
I'm looking. This is as of it says Taylor Decker is active after missing practice all week with the shoulder injury. And so is Kirby Joseph.
Wow. Okay. But either way, both have injuries, but I'm glad to see JJ back and TJ Edwards. I even know Hippolyte and Sewell had a great preseason. Sewell, I think he did okay week 1. We didn't see a lot of Hippolyte. And I just can't wait till this Jihadi Walker comes back to see what he can do on offense as well. Now we're gonna go with Caleb Williams, obviously the topic. What is he? I know overthrowing receivers last week. What does he have to do to beat Detroit today? Like, what does he have to improve on besides the overthrows? What did everybody else see last week that he has to improve on this week? I'll start with Bear Down Mike.
He's ready to throw before his receivers are even looking back at him, right? I saw the all 22. He's already ready to throw by the time they're not even hitting the route yet. So he's got to give it time. He's got to stop bouncing around and patting the ball. Wait for the play to develop and let it rip. And then, we saw him take off a lot. That was our only rush game, pretty much. Yeah. And then, stop going to the checkdowns. There was a couple plays with Komet's open, a Doomsday is open. We didn't get our tight ends involved whatsoever. So I'd like to see the tight ends involved and him looking for those open receivers.
Now, what do you think? What do you think, Dan? Besides the overthrows and getting people involved, what does Caleb got to do to beat this team today?
Consistency. You got to be consistent, and also you need to see more from that run game, more from the run game too. Last week we didn't really see much. I think I remember right. I think Caleb was actually the leading rusher in the game last week too.
Yeah, he was.
What do you think? What do you think, Mike? Well, he might be away from his desk. I'm saying. I'm sorry. Besides the overthrows and getting people involved, what does Caleb got to do today to beat Detroit? What did you see last week that has to really improve?
Well, what I seen live is Caleb Williams does have the check down. He did a lot of dump passes.
Right.
I feel the receivers got to get a little more open than what they have been. Yeah, he's missed the open receiver, but for those checkdowns, most of the receivers hasn't got open, so he's trying to let the ball go faster than what he did last year. But he's definitely got to get the ball out of his hands quick and not with the stutter steps and stuff like that Mike was talking about. But he's got a good ball, like that ball on the run on the sideline. It was great. The first half was good. Second half, I don't know what happened. Like he was throwing into the dirt, overthrowing, just doing bad passes. He's got to keep his head in the game.
Right. I think he has to. What I noticed last week. I think when
Penalties.
the yeah, that too.
Yeah, we got to get that in check.
When the pocket is closing up, Caleb's got to step up and not go around and get the defensive end gonna kill him. He's got to step up. Our offensive line, I think, again, we signed all these players, the 3 top guys on our offensive line. They got to gel. But yeah, it's week 1. But I'm thinking that he has to make better decisions. Like one play, if you don't have nothing, throw it away. And I seen the one play last week that he had nobody, and he was so close to the sideline, he stepped on the out of bounds line before throwing it out of bounds, and we lost like 9 yards. I don't know if if the nerves were still last week, because he still has that mentality from last year about getting sacked the most in the league. That might be a little bit the nerves. So hopefully some of the nerves are out. I want to see him make better decisions. If he has nothing, throw it away. We had the same thing with Justin Fields. He wouldn't throw the ball away, but he would pick up and run. But Caleb likes to stay in the pocket or around there to hit the receiver. So that's what I want to see. Now that's the offense. The defense for me is that rush defense. The rush defense has to be gel today, because this is a better 1-2 punch than Minnesota. So we'll start with Mike, the Bear fan. What do you think on defense we have to do to win this game today?
I believe I said it a little bit ago. Literally stop the run and pressure golf.
Okay. Dan, what do you think?
Stop. Yeah, I agree with Mike.
Okay. Mike, the other Mike, what do you think?
Take advantage of this wounded offensive line. Odell get in it. I like to see Montez Sweat get 2 sacks. Goff ain't going where. He's not a runner. He's going to be open. He's going to be wide open to take a hit. Create that pressure. He's going to be good for throwing an interception.
Right.
And
the
answer,
go ahead.
It says, will we retain Hutchinson? I believe we will. The Vikings got a good defensive line, and they only got 2 sacks on us. And it was literally Hargrave that got them both. Other than that, we stopped that. So I believe Hutchinson will get a sack. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to get like 3-4 like some Lion fans think.
Right. And I liked last week. We were last in the league last year, and first score drives, we went down and scored. I was like, holy shit, this year is going to be different. We got to do the same thing, especially against Detroit. Aiden Hutchinson, came back from his injury. So he might be, pissed off. Ben Johnson's on the other team. He's going to put a fire in his ass. And Broski, welcome to the show. We're talking about what do we have to do to win this game. We did the offense already, but we're going to go with you. The offense wise, what do you think?
Offensively, so I heard what some of the other guys said, winning the battle in the trenches is huge. I'm going to throw out there, Caleb needs to hit some passes downfield, and we need to cut the nonsense penalties out. Those are 2 big factors as well.
Well, my question was to them, and it was, up and down. With those full start penalties, which I thought it might have been. Do you think it could be Caleb's cadences and stuff like that throw this offensive line off last week?
Absolutely. It goes back to him really not putting in the work in the offseason and then rolling through camp and not taking it seriously enough. And then, the cadence, he doesn't have a consistent cadence from what's been said during camp and preseason. And obviously it's, it showed week 1. He probably really doesn't. So, you can't blame penalties on someone else. Hey, Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright. At the same time, I don't think Caleb is making it easy on him. I don't think it's if it happens once, yeah, it's on the player. If it happens twice, yeah, but when it happens 4 or 5 times, it's like, okay, there might be a bigger issue going on here.
And then what do you think about defense-wise?
Defense, like I said, too, man. To me, it begins and ends in the trenches. Getting some of these guys back on defense is a plus. I mean, we have to take advantage of our D line versus the Lions' interior offensive line. And another factor, I mean, to kind of roll into like the defense, it's like, special teams coverage. Like, we can't allow people to have 20, 30-yard, 40-yard returns every time we kick the ball. I mean, that was ridiculous last week.
Right. And then I'll go to special teams. I'm thinking our kickoff coverage has got to wake up.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like Minnesota was starting at our 45, their fit, or their 45 and our 50. So we gotta, this. I think there's advantages for this new kickoff rule to both. Is that we have to obviously run when the returner catches the ball, but stay in your lanes. That's what we taught ever since I played football when I was a little kid. Stay in your lanes, and it seemed like they're not. So we'll go to Mike the Bear fan. How'd you think of our special teams coverage last week on the kickoffs? I see his mic off, but hopefully he can hear me. Or everybody's mic's off. Bear down, Mike. What do you think? Special teams.
Well, I thought the Bears did.
I've seen a lot of missed tackles. You gotta make those tackles. You cannot let them get great field position.
Right. Mike the Bear fan, since you're cutting in, so what do you think about special teams?
That was Bill the Packer fan. I stepped out for a second, but I was listening. But no, I agree with Bear Broski. The special teams was pretty horrible. Like, definitely got to contain when do punt or kickoff.
Right. And Broski, you want to add in on that, even though he piggybacked off you?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, stay in your lanes, go down there, smack someone in the mouth, make a tackle.
Right. Well, welcome back, Dan. Are you feeding your cats?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So we're talking about the oh God, these fucking special teams are working me up. What do you think about the special teams? We won't go to the kicker yet. We're going with the kickoff coverage.
I didn't. No, besides it needs to improve. That's about all I get to say.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with the starting position and stuff. And if these teams are starting at the 45 or 40, we're not gonna the short field. They're gonna score. They're gonna get a field goal or touchdown. Now we're gonna flip it over to the kicker. We all know that Santos missed a 50-yarder. They went out and signed Moody. That was released by the Niners, and Niners signed Eddie Pinheiro. Do you think that'll put a fire in Santos's ass, Broski? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think there's anything left with Santos. Like, he needs to just hang it up. 4 years in with polls, we still haven't found a freaking kicker. Like, it's ridiculous. We need to evolve with the times. I mean, 50-yard field goals anymore are being made like they were 40-yard field goals 20 years ago. Let's get with the program here. I just don't think Santos has anything left. To me, his range is 45, 46 yards, like tops anymore.
And I'm going to ask.
I agree with you, but inside that, he is pretty accurate because I gave him crap for a few years, but when I actually went and looked at his percentages, they're really good. But he just don't have the big leg, and like you said, he should have the big leg as professionals here.
And,
yeah. Well, we're not considering when it's blocked. It seems like he's really slow to get up to kick the ball. I don't think signing Mooney lighted the fire up his ass because that guy got released and he missed 3 field goals.
Yeah, it felt like 14 last week. Yeah,
so Kyrie was definitely thinking to himself, "I'm better than this guy. I don't think I'm losing my job, but I think they sign somebody better."
So I'm going to ask you this, now, Mike: if the Bears signed a kicker that's not so good, don't you think that would put more fire in your ass? Because this guy's not good either. I'm going to be better. Do you think that might put even more bigger fire in his ass if they're not going to sign, if they're going to sign a player that's not too good that missed field goals last week? I know I would. I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, but
I think urgency may not have fire.
What's that, Mike?
I think it's more of an urgency than. Oh, what's Mike?
Well,
go
whatever.
ahead, Mike.
Well, I was saying, I think with Tyler, it's more of an urgency than setting a fire up his ass to get a job done. If we're getting 50 yards, he's not going to make it.
Right.
We're all going to be sitting here like, fuck, we're screwed. If it comes down to a field goal, if it comes down to a field goal for us to win, are we really comfortable hitting a 50? No.
Mm-hmm.
But there ain't that many good to actually.
Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know about from a long distance.
Moody, that makes it even worse for Santos because that would definitely put a fire in his ass. Like you're bringing somebody that I believe is better. Mm-hmm. I'm better than. Yep. You're bringing him in. Like obviously he's not doing the job. So the Bears could do just like what the Niners did. Just get tired of Santos, let him go and bring Moody in. Moody hasn't done that to us. Not saying he ain't got the big leg, but he's got a bigger leg than Santos.
Right. So speaking of fire in the ass, and me and Broski were talking about this on the rant, that rumor is that Detroit fans are going to boo Ben Johnson and his kids when they get to the stadium. Now, Broski, I know you and me are alike. That would put a fucking fire in my ass to get these guys pumped up in the locker room if they're going to boo me and my kids. You think the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, what else do you really expect, though? I mean, of course they are. Do the Bears take that and use that as bulletin board material and motivation? I sure hope so. It would be great if they did,
Whew.
Mike, I like to hear the pregame talk from Ben Johnson in that locker room. Yeah. I like to hear what he's got to say. I would love to hear that.
Fly on the wall, baby. That's what I like.
I think there's a little respect there, but don't get me wrong. As the Bears take the field, guarantee they're getting booed for sure. But I think there's going to be some kind of respect there.
Right. Now, Dan, what do you think, man? If your kids got booed and you're a coach of the Bears, what would your speech be in the beginning of the football game in that locker room? I know what I would be, but I have a lot of fucks in those sentences. Go ahead. What would you say?
Yeah, I'd be totally pissed off booing my kids.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you. What if your kids pretending you're cats? If you brought your cat to the game.
Don't mess with my cats.
Yeah, I know one thing. I'd be pissed off if I was Ben Johnson if my kids got booed. Like Mike said, I like to be a fly on the wall. So now Swift is coming back to Detroit. Everybody hates Swift. We know Broski does. But how do you think he'll play with this new offensive line against Detroit, in Detroit, back at his home? What do you think, Broski? Do you think he'll be over or under 75 yards today?
Total yards or rushing yards?
Rushing.
Rushing, probably under. Total yards, I mean, he could eclipse that. But yeah, the thing with Swift really is, like, I don't think he's a bad player at all. I just think he's not being used correctly. Like, he's a third down running back. He's not a lead running back. So, yes, he's been a lead running back for the Eagles, and he is for the Bears. It's just like he can't run between the tackles, and he has no vision. So people will say, oh, people don't open holes, but, like, he's not a between the tackles guy. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's just mind-boggling with this organization. Like, we hire a whole new coaching staff, but we keep our scrubby special teams coach, Hightower, who's never been good. We haven't had good special teams in how long? And it's like we Ben Johnson's offense obviously needs a lead running back who's going to take some carries and run between the tackles. And the best chance we have at that is a 7th-round draft pick from Rutgers. So what are we really doing right now?
Right. Dan, what do you think? Is Swift going to have a good game today, all around?
Repeat that.
I said. What's your opinion? You think Swift's going to have an all around good game? Because we're going to need some rushing yards today. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. We need the running backs need to, Swift, Monangai, and
Yep.
I'm sure he'll be playing, and Roshan's available today too. So need something more out of that, the running backs.
What do you think, Little Mike? I'm going to call Little Mike and Big Mike because nobody knows who I'm talking to. Go ahead, Little Mike. All right, bear down, Mike. What do you think? Do you think Swift's going to have a good game today?
Or he's going to be under rushing. He's going to be under. And here's my thought. How about you throw something at Detroit they haven't seen? They have never seen Monangai run. How about changing it up? Yeah. They know how Swift runs. They know what he's capable of. Why don't you show them a guy they have never seen before?
Not a bad thought.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Do you think Roshan? Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I think it just depends on really how the game is going. If we're behind, we're probably going to pass more and it'll be under. But if we could stay ahead, we'll have the run game more, but it'll be spread out. But last week we did a lot of shotgun. I seen a lot of shotgun last week. I was kind of amazed about it. And early, it wasn't Swift getting the ball. They had DJ Moore in the backfield quite often. He had 3 carries. William had carries.
I'm done with that experiment.
No, I'm with it for sure. I don't know if you guys remember, that's kind of what hurt Debo in San Fran. They got a little banged up at running backs. We'll have Debo do it. And then once he got hurt, Debo's not been Debo. I mean, Debo is still good, but they're receivers for a reason. You got running backs for a reason.
I like DJ Moore doing the wide receiver screens. He's better at that than running the damn ball.
But you're not lining up in the backfield. You're still out.
Okay. Well, I think that we got to get the tight ends involved too today. Both of them. I mean, Komet had a nice catch down the middle last week too, one-hander. Loveland had a bobbling catch last week, but pretty much that was it. So I think we got to get these tight ends involved more today. Yeah, we need to get these tight ends involved more. Dunze is doing his thing. Moore, remember last year when we played Detroit, he had the tying touchdown. That was a perfect route and a perfect catch or a perfect throw by Caleb. So hopefully, I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about today. I don't know. It might be just me. But
hopefully we attack the middle and get the ball out quick with quick slants and stuff. Because once a quick slant starts, they're going to pressure in, and that's when you go with the play action pass, and hopefully you can get, I call him Zeus. I can't pronounce his last name, but that dude's speedy. And
Zacchaeus.
If he gets the gun, yeah.
Right. That's what Mike. Good thing you brought that up, Mike, because I like when teams have that. If it's like a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6, that slant pass is key. It's like we got out of the slant passes. Like, for example, I hate to bring it up, the Sheagles. If they're 3rd and 5 and stuff like that, AJ Brown's going to slant right across the middle and getting the first down every time. That would be that's what I want to see is more slant passes as well, especially with our slot. Either Zacchaeus or having Burden in there as well. Just do that quick because they're going to be looking for more in a Dunze, the defense. So why not throw something different at them, either a tight end or a slant?
Right. I was shocked that Burden did defense a little more because Burden only had two looks, and he had 1 catch for -3 yards. What a crappy way to start your career. 1 catch with a -3.
Yeah, and they had it on kickoff too, or punt return as well.
Yeah, then 3rd downs. I'm going to Cole. He's got great hands for a tight end.
Right.
Just pass the sticks, get that first down. Even if it's just a check down.
Both tight ends, really, because you don't pick Loveland top 10 for nothing, not just a block.
Should have got Tyler Warren. But anyway, we won't bring that up again. So Mike, do you want to say about the your your post about the score prediction again, and then we'll get our predictions and get it going.
If you go to Chicago Bears News or Mike the Bear Fan, click on the link. But please comment on Chicago Bears News the final score of the game. First person to comment the final score will win a Devin Hester auto. I literally do that every week, and I pick something different every week. So,
now this is my question I had on the rant. Okay, I want to know why Green Bay, all these Green Bay fans want us to beat Detroit when the Bears Packers are the best rival. Any of you guys on the panel, let me know, why do you think all these Packers fans want us to beat the Lions this week?
Because they view the Lions as a bigger threat to them. That's why. And they know if the Lions go 0-2, they're going 0-3 because they're not winning in Baltimore next week.
No, they're not beating the Ravens.
So you're saying they're
going fool's gold. That's what they want to show. This fool's gold.
So you're saying you're saying these Packers fans are selfish right now?
Absolutely, and they've had problems beating the Lions themselves. So it's just like we've actually played the Lions tougher than the Fudgies have the last few years. So
right. So I just. Every Packer fan wants us to beat the Lions today. There's just hands down. I didn't see a Packers fan saying, you know what, I hope the Lions win today. So
the Packer fans have become Bear fans for today.
Yeah.
They always say we become fans of the teams they play.
Yeah. Let's talk about that too. Like, all right, Bears win today. Lions are 0-2. Next week they go play at Baltimore. The Lions start 0-3. Is there any chance they can save their season and make the playoffs after that?
I don't say, because they got to play all of us once again in the division. Then we play the NFC East, so they got John is probably no issue. Washington is, you don't know which Washington team's going to show up. Plus, you got the Sheagles. I don't know if they go 0-3. I don't know if they could probably be battling for the basement as well.
Well, I think that says that teams that go 0-2 have a 12% chance of making it to the playoff. So if they go 0-3, they're 0% they're going to make the playoffs.
I just look. They play the Bengals and the Browns and the Bengals, and after that, then they go to Kansas City. So
Lions go 0-3. I think obviously there's a lot of games left in the season, but really stick a fork in them, they're done.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Sarah. They're toast after 0-3. That's just You said what, 12% if you go 0-2, and Mike said it'd probably be 0% 0-3. Dan, since you're in front of a computer, can you tell me an 0-3 team that went to the playoffs?
I'll look it up.
And we're actually speaking for ourselves too. If we lose today as well. So while he's looking that up, we'll go around for the predictions. We got about 15 minutes left. Broski, you're first. Who wins and why?
I'm gonna keep the faith here. I'm gonna say the Bears win 24-21 on a walk-off field goal.
Which one? Moody's.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be Santos now, but
yeah.
But yeah, I think the game is. I think it's one in the trenches, and I think the Bears win the battle in the trenches and get in Goff's face, and Goff has a couple of turnovers.
Oh. Okay. Little Mike, what do you think?
2017, Bears win. Both score game.
Jesus Christ.
What was that? 2017?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, who wins and why?
Well, that was my prediction, 2017 Bears. Just Ben Johnson going back to Detroit, and basically going back to he's going back to Detroit, and instead the fans are ruining him and his family. Now he's going to want to kick some ass.
All right, Big Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to go with 30-24 Bears.
Wow, am I the only asshole on this panel?
Oh, I heard you on the original rant. That's okay. I already know.
Yeah,
broski, I just seen that too with Texans.
The Texans were what? Is that the only team?
They're the last, as of a couple of years, as of 2023. It was the Texans. 2018 Houston Texans.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Small chance, yeah.
Very small chance.
Well, I was wrong last week, and I really, Mike, I want to touch one of Mike's prizes, because Mike, you haven't really given me anything. No, just kidding, buddy. You have. I think Detroit is going to be pissed off like we are. Home field, it's going to be sold out. I'm sorry, I do have the Lions winning 23-20. I don't know. I think Caleb's going to get flustered in Detroit. And again, me and Broski agree on this as well. I want Caleb to prove us wrong. Please, no nail polish and no undershirt today, please. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, let's lose the baggy gray T-shirt underneath.
What the fuck was that last week? I just want to know what I just want to know what that shirt said underneath his pads. If it was a plain gray shirt or what. I wanted to know what it was. But
I want to know where the hell was our equipment manager yelling at him?
Right, you got to think though. If he's running and you got like Micah Parsons behind you, he could grab that shirt and yank you the fuck down.
Yeah, Caleb just can't be a team player. He's always got to do something to be different and all this shit. Like, get on board with the program here, buddy.
Right. How about if T-shirt is white? I like team colors at least.
Yeah.
Try
that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna paint your nails, paint them navy, blue or orange. I don't know what color his nails was last week. I didn't want to look. What was anybody know what the color of his nails were last week?
Anybody care?
Yeah,
they were like an aqua color.
Oh my god.
Well, as long as they're not Honolulu blue this week.
Oh my god.
But anybody see what his earrings were?
Oh my god.
No.
They were purple and gold.
Nice draft pick, Pauls. Way to go, bud.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie John Tucker Must Die. Maybe he needs to wear a thong.
Oh god.
Oh man. Oh, listen, if you're gonna dress up,
if it wins, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if you're gonna dress up like Dennis Rodman, you better win fucking games like he did. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. But anybody in the comments, please, Mike told you about the score prediction. Put it on Chicago Bears News. What your prediction? And he's got signed memorabilia. What does everybody think the score is going to be of today's game against us in Detroit? We do have 10 minutes left. We can talk a little bit. Packers guys, they look like the fucking real deal. Their defense is great. Jordan Love is, for the first 2 weeks, that he's doing all right. He's managing the game and stuff like that, and they're going to be a wrecking with in this division. But I don't know. You guys think the same? Are they for real, broski?
Yeah, I think they have the potential to be. I mean, they're a very well coached team, both sides of the ball, and now they have the talent on defense with especially with Parsons. I just hope Jordan Love keeps doing stupid shit like running with the football and putting his shoulder down and taking hits, because that's not a very smart move. He keeps doing that, he's gonna get banged out. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, he's gonna get to-ed.
Who do they play next?
What's that?
Who do they play next?
I didn't even look ahead yet.
Because I'm waiting for a team to figure them out.
Packers.
Yeah, a lot of people are rooting for Bayesian to start.
Yeah, they play at Cleveland, and then
oh God, Jesus
God,
Cowgirls next week.
Yeah, they'll be 4-0 going
after we get them.
Jesus Christ! Wow. But a couple more minutes left before we bear down it. Minnesota plays Atlanta Falcons today. Do you want to just give your predictions on who do you think is going to win this game? Minnesota, obviously, last week beat us in the fourth quarter. J.J. McCarthy looked great in the fourth quarter, especially that run fucking killer touchdown he had against us. How do you think they fare against Atlanta? We'll go with Big Mike first. What do you think, Mike? He's not listening again. Fucking Dan. All right, Dan. What do you think? Minnesota.
No, why not? The Falcons. I mean, yeah, they got a young quarterback, but they got Bijan and London, and I'm not sure who all the.
London. Yeah, London's questionable, but Bijan Robinson is going to be a fucking beast.
Yep.
He's a beast, and Penix isn't a bad quarterback. I mean, what he did last week even though they screwed it up against Tampa, for them to get in the lead in the fourth quarter, it was Penix. He did pretty good. Now, Mike, you have your microphone on. What do you think about Minnesota and Atlanta today?
I think it's going to be a great game. I know Darnell Mooney's back. Bijan, they need more from Kyle Pitts than what they've been getting lately.
Right.
I'm still going to say Minnesota just because of the fucking defense. I don't think JJ has the game he had against us in that fourth quarter. I think he's going to play just enough to win, just good enough. They're going to have a run game.
Right. What do you think, Big Mike?
Well, with us missing 3 key players last week on defense, I think they'll play with McCarthy not having a good game until the fourth quarter. I think the Atlanta's going to stop them. I think the Falcons are going to pull off an upset. I agree with Dan.
Go Birds.
Go fuck you. I don't want to hear that shit. Fucking go Birds. Oh, fucking Chiefs smack him in the fucking mouth today. But anyway, that's at 4:25 Eastern.
And I've just seen they said Xavier Worthy's out for the game.
Yeah. So, God, and this was amazing. Patrick Mahomes, in the league? 7-8 years? Correct? If I'm correct, 7-8 years, maybe.
Something
Anybody?
like that.
Probably.
Okay. If the Chiefs lose today, it'll be the first 3-game losing streak that Mahomes ever had in his career. Fucking amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I'm thinking the Vikings coming off, that short week. They're all happy and feeling good with themselves. They're probably going to come out strong because it's their home opener. But, the Falcons are actually a solid team, both sides of the ball. And unlike the Bears, they actually have a promising young quarterback in Penix. I think the Falcons can steal this game.
Yeah, I was thinking that too with Bijan Robinson. I think, obviously I have him in 4 of my 7 fantasy leagues. But yeah, he's a stud. And like I said, Penix last week, even though they lost to Tampa, it was a division game. I think they have a chance at that division because, the Saints suck.
Carolina sucks.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be between Tampa and Atlanta. I think Atlanta has a pretty good chance. Oh my God, they are booing them. Wow. Holy shit.
It's going
All right.
down.
Yeah, and they're going on the field. I told you they were going to boo them as soon as the team takes the field, of course.
Wow. Well, we got a couple minutes left. Anybody have any last-minute thoughts, broski?
Yeah, man, just let's play some like real Bears football today. Let's win in the trenches and go out there and try to push this team around.
Right. All right. Little Mike, what do you think?
Keep the penalties down. Let's have a run game. And we can guarantee a victory.
Right. Dan?
Not use the timeouts as quick as we did last week.
Yeah. And yeah, don't challenge plays just for the fucking hell of it either. Upstairs. People upstairs, look at the fucking plays. If you don't see anything clear, don't go down to Ben Johnson. Hey, challenge this. Just
they were telling him not to challenge it.
It was just, oh my God.
They were telling him not to do it, and he went and did it anyways.
Right. There, Big Mike, what do you think? Final thoughts? Anything? All right.
They just said Goff is 5-1 versus
5-1
since
22. So I'm going to say, yeah, keep the penalties down. We need a running game today. The big thing is the pre-snap penalties. I don't want to see it fucking like we did last week. Jonah Jackson, hope to get the head out of your ass, but I can't blame it all on you. It might be Caleb's fucking cadences. But everybody, thanks for commenting. Like I said, during the week is Ken and Ken in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, I can say that, or 11 Eastern. We'll be back, me and Dan, maybe Big Mike and Little Mike, if you can join us on Wednesday. I can say it again, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Next Sunday, we play Dallas. I'll be reporting live. Mike and I will be reporting live from the tailgate when we play Dallas. And like I said, hopefully today, Caleb gets his head out of his ass. And I don't see any painted nails yet. I have a bad picture right now. So, yeah. Just make it a good football game. My GM at work, he's a big Lions fan. He's from Michigan. I'll fucking hear it tomorrow at work if something goes bad.
I'll be Serial. Serial works at Ford Field.
Oh,
he
boy.
said for this game he's working on the Bears side of the field.
Well, there we go. So everybody, thanks for joining us and chiming in and stuff like that. And we'll see you next week when I broadcast live from the tailgate when we play the Cowgirls. Everybody have a good day. Enjoy your football and bear down.
Go Bears.